Hello everyone and welcome to another cast of Galactic War. This time we have a match UEF against Cybrans, single UEF player, Private Matthias Beckmahon going against two Cybran players. We have a drone Alpha 6 and another drone Index 19, so all players first ranks. Not many higher tier reinforcements, or rather none, will be in this game. We'll have to wait for it till the Galactic War goes for a little bit longer, so players can manage to rank up and not die. And we're having the match on Scorpion Canyon, which, as you can see, is not a symmetrical map, which would be an issue for a normal game, but not for a Galactic War. It is balanced enough to be admitted. So little water pool up here with some reclaim around it, and some reclaim also down here, but without water, different kind. And what was here Matthias pointed out earlier, which is a little bug, is that it's like this is some old map script with adaptive mech spawning, so there where the other player would be, no mexes get spawned, so a bit of a disadvantage for our UEF player with much less safe mass extractors, while both of the Cybran players got theirs. So let's see how they're gonna handle it. So first commander expanding, the other one is still building. See, not much build, not even the core mexes yet, but the beacon is already built, so some early reinforcements maybe we're gonna see. They will all be Tech 1. On the other side, no beacon yet. Land factory, air factory for scouting, so he will know what he's facing early on and where the enemy units are. Engineer going straight for the reclaim, so correctly notice the reclaim. The problem is that the engineer is not really protected, so this Mantis will have no issues intercepting it if Index is paying attention. See. Okay, so some scouting is going on, more land spam. See, no air factories planned for the Cybran players, which I would say is a little mistake if you're playing two players against one. You can go one player really heavy on air and just try to overwhelm your opponent, or at least one of the players should make some air factory. And early drop with engineers, so looks like Matthias is gonna go for some reclaiming action. Yeah, going right here. No enemy units around here. He knows that thanks to the scout. The engineer did get killed, but the ACU is coming and will get the reclaim. So some mistake from the Cybrans players. Neither of them really rushed towards the reclaim, and they might lose it all. Okay, so now reinforcements are coming in. It's like some Mantis drop, and maybe a lab or two in there. And a scout as well. And this engineer is going straight for a PD, which is a good choice. Let's see if they're gonna manage to actually build it. Nothing much going on the other side yet. Yeah, the PD is gonna be up in time, and now he can reclaim it freely. Patrol might not be the best thanks to the trees. Yeah, the engineers survive, but yeah, okay, it's 3 groups, so I think he will manage it. Will manage to reclaim it. Let's see. Is he actually gonna be able to use all the reclaim? No, you won't. Not enough energy. But at this point, it's better to get it rather than leave it to your opponent. Okay, so a couple of tanks, scouts. Not sure what he's gonna do with all those scouts. Maybe it's just a tactic to leave bigger radar mark, so your army looks scarier. It's it's not scouted. Matthias has a good idea of what's going on this side of the map, so reclaiming happily. Added another PD. There is one RT, 2 RTs, which can deal with that, but it will slow down progress. You should really be focusing on getting this as soon as possible. Just like overflow with wasted, it's much better than to leave it on to your opponent. Yeah, and meanwhile, yeah, he should not really be reclaiming this. Well, so he has enough mass, needs more power, and to actually use it. So let's see, what is the plan for our Cybran players now? They're actually building first air factory slowly. So I guess they still don't know really what's going on, yeah. Except for those couple of raids and this raiding engineer. Not sure what he was aiming for. They did manage to get a glimpse of the UEF base thanks to that single mantis. Okay, and maybe this is the idea for adding so many scouts. Because this looks like decent amount of units, and Index will know that. So as soon as he, well, if he stays out of the range, it will look much scarier. But yeah, the radar is gone. But there is another one, so no problem there. Okay, so quite a lot of spam for Cybran players, but not really using it, like they're still all on their side. This took much longer to deal with, not much reclaim left, so but it's still better than nothing. Some raids. Looks like the mass was used to upgrade, and we have T2 maxes, radar going up, and T2 factories with pillars planned, T2 regen, so Matthias is a good way to get more economy. Now huge drop is coming, a lot of T1 units. Not sure about the idea of dropping them all in the base. Would have been better to just build a beacon somewhere with your ACU probably. And even more reinforcements going also for Matthias on the other side. And as I said, just T1 units, so mostly Strydxrs. We will have to wait for high ranks to get some action with T2 and T3 land unit drops. This raiding going on here, it's definitely gonna be distracting the opponent. One max killed, so you're probably gonna get this engineer as well, using the range of the scouts. Yeah, he does notice that, and he's not gonna lose it. Now he's gonna reclaim a bit more, but not much map control, so he will now really have to use all those pillars effectively and expand and take them up back. See, one T2 max on the other side, so not much economy going for the Cybran players, but they do have a decent army right now, and they are going straight for Matthias, but he should be safe because there is water close, even though it's pretty shallow, so we will see if he's gonna survive. Yeah, he knows that they can't just, he knows that it's coming, so retreating to the water. Don't want to get blocked by the units. Not really much reinforcements in the area, so he really has to hope the water is deep enough so he doesn't die. Yeah. T2 max even over here. And the AC really needs to hide, or try to hide in water. It's too many units. A couple of intis coming in, but no enemy threat really. Yeah, and looks like it's just deep enough, like his head is still poking above the water, but I think he's not visible anymore. Yeah, we need to do some advanced tactics, noticing the smoke and ground firing with RT, that will get the damage. Okay, more pillars show up on the field. see if it's gonna be enough to deal with these units. Yeah, if they're gonna keep streaming like that, it's gonna be no problems for the pillars. Yeah, now it's 6 pillars, 7. It's definitely gonna be enough to clean this raid, get even more mass. Still enough mass left here for Matthias to grab. Now on the other side, Alpha is finally cleaning these bits and sending more units. Probably this would be time to retreat with them, because they're not gonna do anything against the pillars. They're all just gonna die. There was not much to kill anyway, so what they really need to do right now is switch to T2 land, and maybe even some T2 air. If one of them had air and went for sniping this pigeon, so that would really hurt. Killing the pigeon, killing the power, killing the hydro. That would be easy way to decide the game, and it would be possible. There's not enough defenses, just a couple of inties. It's not enough to stop the snipe. Okay, now the T1 gunships are coming in, gonna deal some damage, but no air support. These are sitting back home in the base, so not the best coordination. Is back on water, getting more kills. Gonna get veterans soon, not really in danger of dying, since this spawn will save the AC, can hide it. T2 land coming up for our Cybran player as well, finding some rhinos and just spamming more T1 units, which is probably gonna be just mass nation. This is starting to be a nice group of pillars, and they will get a decent experience from it. Killing all these units, and still there isn't much to raid with all these units. They just keep streaming in, but on their way they have really nothing to kill, like 1 or 2 T1 maxes, which isn't that much. Back using, maybe looks like he's complaining about the water. Technically not a bug, just not deep enough to hide the ACU properly. Some ancient limitations. The pre-max is actually going up, which is a decent choice at this time when you don't really have that many maxes to contest, and Matthias had enough reclaims for it while he doesn't have now. Can always just would send more of those pillars to the ACU to clean this up. And also gonna need some more engineers to reclaim all this mass that is being constantly donated with the T1 units. Aggressive T1 radar, which I approve to get some intel, but sending more air scouts would be also as good. I'll see not much other reclaim is going on. All these trees and rocks still not taken. This one engineer is just running around this area. These pillars should be able to kill all these units easily, unless they get killed by the RD. Yeah, but looks fine. Looks fine. There's enough of them. So plan is more G2 tanks for now. T3 max is up. Just going in the inside base, and now sending all the T2 engineers to get this mix done. They would be a good time to use all this single transport, maybe build additional one, and to just start dropping engineers around and reclaim, and definitely not allow enemy engineers to take your reclaim, which should be yours with these pillars. Okay, now he's noticing it. Aggressive power generator. So it's one ACU, where's the other? The other one is sitting in a base, just upgrading. So not really even using the advantage of 2 ACUs. Early on, they could have pushed on both sides, and one of them would be much easier to contest, because Matthias with having only a single ACU, but they didn't choose to do that. Now a decent amount of pillars with the flak as well, so T1 gunships are not gonna be an issue anymore, probably not even T2 gunships. We have a T2R and Corsairs coming up, so it's the better choice. Still, sniping power is an option, but now there's a decent radar coverage. And if we look at the economy, looks like Matthias is managing to be basically around the same values as those 2 Cybran players. And now it's his time to start pushing. But should definitely have engineers just right behind and keep reclaiming everything. This took a really long time to start reclaiming it. Okay, now the transport is dropping in some more engineers. T2PD to defend this position, which is fine. PD did go down. Some first rhinos are showing up. Yes, Alpha is still just building a lot of T1 units. Would be much better to focus more on the T2. The T2 pigeon is going up. Let's see. That's a lot of energy. Could be for some potential upgrades or something. So Cybran players definitely having enough energy, but slowly losing map control to all those pillars. Nothing really to stop the pillars down here. Should know that they are coming, since they attack this position and start moving south, so this is where they would go. And I guess it's already too late, but this would be the time to build PDs, because those players are not gonna stop. These units are not gonna stop them, and it is actually enough of them, and with the flag to just roll through the space. Now more T2 maxes. And on the other side, I am finishing a T3 land factory, so probably we're gonna see a Titan soon as well. Another T3 max going up. More power. Let's see, are we gonna see some reaction? Engineers still not building PDs, they should. Well, the T1 unit production stopped. There's a plan for a T2 PD. That T1 PDs would be better. Walls and T1 PDs. There isn't any RT, and these tanks will just roll in. Yeah, but I'm afraid it might be too late for the Cybran players. They might lose their main base. And they're going for grades, stealth, gun, and nano. Yeah, but 18 minutes in, and with the way the match is advancing, this is not the time to be pushing with the ACUs. That's for early on. And as the match progresses, you most likely want to just retreat with your ACU and keep it safe, since you don't want to die. Just remember, in the Galactic War, if you die, you lose your avatar, and you have to start from the first rank. But I guess these players are first rank, but still they don't have much to lose. But if you just keep losing, you're never gonna get any XP, or if you keep dying, I should say. And yeah, as I expected, not enough PDs to stop this. So this base is definitely lost. The other one still not many defenses, just a couple of T1 units, and not even any engineers to build them. So unless there is unless Matthias does some major mistake, which probably he's not gonna do, this should be an easy victory for him. Okay, now the Cybran commanders are both advancing to the water. Single PD to stop them, but now also T3 units incoming. Yeah, this base is gonna die as well to all those pillars. A bit of raid, but nothing that important. Yeah, now with the Titans, it's looking really bad for the Cybran players. So my guess is they're gonna run into water and try to recall. It takes much longer to recall if you're far away from your starting position. But they might be safe in the water to do so. Else they don't really have anything going to win this game anymore. They lost their base, no economy really. It's crashing down, Alpha with completely nothing. Just with his ACU. Yeah, looks like they're gonna go for the recall from the water. Let's see. Yeah, but Matthias knows, and he is gonna go for the kill with the torpedo bombers. So let's see if we actually manage to snipe one or maybe both of them, because this recall is gonna take a while. And yeah, both ACUs can shoot out of the water. And see, can they be shot at? Maybe one of them. It's really close. Can they be seen? Yeah, one of them. Oh right, the other one doesn't. The other one has a stealth, so he's invisible. And not much that could detect him right now. ACU, no T3 units yet. Crash map, the map is great. Yeah, the recall is taking a really long time. Then Alpha 6 is gonna die here, so that is gonna be commander kill for Matthias. Some extra XP. Yeah, there we go. So one Cybran down. Let's see about the other one. Yeah, it's all the torpedo bombers died, and I don't think, yeah, he's not gonna see him anymore. So it looks like Index 19 will be able to recall just in time. Yeah, there's just no vision and no units that could provide on him except the ACU. Yeah, and you can see that Matthias does know that his opponent is there and recalling, but nothing he can do about it. So he's trying. Looks like he's trying some ground fire. Oh, it does see him. Probably lost power. Yeah, he's stalling. But he did manage to get away. So, a victory for our UEF player. 1 against 2, but he did manage to do all the right moves and even get a ACU kill. So, again, if you wanna help out with Galactic War testing, just check the description of this video. Still a lot more work to be done and bugs to be caught. So yeah, see you there and see you with some other cast in the future. See ya.